I'm genuinely willing to sacrifice everything and if even necessary, even my own life for my nuclear family. Hear me up on this one, but friends, they gonna stop being friends once you move the city, once you do something different or you change your social circle. Your coworkers, they are willing to stab you and absolutely ruin you for minimum pay raise or whatever the thing is, you know. But I believe the nuclear family structure is something what helped me to be strong and what helped me to progress in the life. There are people which I find insane emotional support and I will not change them for nothing else. And nobody else managed to convince me why I should be more loyal to friend, to job or to whoever else, because family is really only one. And the best thing on the nuclear family is the thing what you make it. You know, if you make it good, that's how you will have it. And I know many people might say, oh, I'm just finding myself or experimenting or I'm a player or whatever, but hear me up on this one, you know. This might be crazy example because the guy is insanely rich, but look at, say, at Charlie Sheen, yeah? His life, many women, this and that, but we all know how it ended up for him, you know? And I don't know if you tiny bit like me, I will not wanna swap the money and experience for what he lived through for compared to price what he pay, you know? Because that life might be funny for certain period of time, but I feel is as well very empty because you connecting with the other if you that sort of player just on very surface level, and which might be great till time hit and you wanna connect with somebody you know deeper, you know. Same, let's say Dan Blitzerian, you know, with all those girls in the villas and everything, like. Honestly, I don't know, I might be crazy, but I think he might compensate something by all this because, like, I'm no rich man by any means. I'm actually absolutely broke, but this is not the life I will want. Even if I have all the money in the world, this is something just not what I will want. Or perfect example is that I see somewhere the video or something about some porno actress. I'm not that experienced in the field, but I'm pretty sure some of you guys might exactly know about which one I'm talking. Her name is Lana or something like this. And she speaks something, she cry into the camera begging for remove her videos because she's scared her son will see this, you know? And when I see this and I see the comment section, people laugh there, they make joke out of her. But I sort of understand this because I have a great family myself, and if this will be my past, if this was my past, which is not, I will be, I will be insanely sad, you know, to my kids see me in this light, you know. So I kind of have a bit of a feeling for her in this one. So with all those people say you have to, you know, experiment, live lavish and stuff like that, I don't believe that's real happiness in it, you know. It's just like fast dopamine, you get the girl what you want, you know. And I understand that the first moments of relationships are really entertaining, but as well, if you manage to, if you find the, and this is the thing, is not just a finding, but I get later on in this video about it, but if you have a correct woman or correct man or whatever you fancy, I'm not here to scrutinize no one, the emotional connection you manage to develop down the line is something way deeper than just surface level pleasure, you know? And this is not just positive things, you know, the family is as well very demanding thing, and I have family now with the kid for 2 years, so I know what I'm talking about, you know, and it as well demands something. It demands first of all loyalty, you know, so many people have urges to cheat or something, and I'm personally very loyal man. I'm very loyal man to not just my wife, but to many people which are loyal to me. Like I'm insanely loyal person, and but I realized, and this is funny thing what happened to me. So I'm no any cheater or player. Actually, all relationships what I have in my life was serious. Maybe till very few when I was young teenager, drunk somewhere, but I don't gonna present myself that I was always ideal or that I'm even ideal now. This is all just my journey, how I try to improve. But I realized one very funny thing, and I'm saying this, I even say this to my wife, and I say, the devil is testing me, because I don't know, maybe I have very serious face or something, but I almost never get approached by women in my life. Never. And since I'm married, I get approached more than often. And I speak even this about in my work, I speak to my friends. I even say this to my wife, and it's insanely funny to me. Because I feel like I'm that type of a guy. You will not even say hi probably in the normal day. If you see me in the normal setting outside, I have that very serious face. Even I'm kind of clownish person. But since I'm married, suddenly women in the gym wanna talk to me, women there, and you know, I feel like, okay, this is maybe some higher power try to testing me if I'm really the man who I promise myself I am. And so far, I'm very proud of myself that I always deliver on that promise. But as I say, you know, so if you are the type of man who as well wanna have family life, this is the one thing, like obviously you cannot have a open relationship in traditional family sense and stuff like this. And other thing what are, like, I would say downsides is the money wise. The family just eat so much of your resources and money. You have to work, you have to negotiate better position, you have to genuinely try, you have to almost killing yourself in order to make all the puzzles fit. So it's very physically and mentally draining. As well, the kids, like, I love my daughter to bits, but she make everything just tiny bit more harder. You know, I wanna record the video, she come here, start screaming at me, that's it, I have to cut the thing again. I wanna go to sleep, she wanna play now. I wanna do something else, she wanna this. You know, I have to feed her, I have to change diapers, I have to buy things for her. So it's very, very demanding, but I still believe over all those demands what family have on you and kind of classic traditional nuclear family life, I still believe it have more benefits than downturns. And this, for me, this part is way bigger than disadvantages. So let's say my average day, when I go to work, my wife prepares some things for me. You know, when I come home, my home is clean, food is on the table, you know, house is clean, and my daughter looking small through the window to see me reverse with the car, you know, I can't describe this. I don't know if it's better moment than this. When you see that tiny human which looks like you, moves like you, and even start like copy your habits, you know, because I have small gym and dumbbells at home, and when I exercise at home, and she said, Dad, look, I do gym, you know, and it's just crazy, you know, when you see that tiny kid, like you are the center of the universe for it, you know, and no matter how demanding it is, they cried night and all that, like I absolutely forget this, you know. I have a wife which I can fully rely to. I can speak with her like with my best friends. There is no hiding, there is not pretending or I have to change personality or something like this. I speak to her how I speak here to video, how I speak when I'm at work. Like I can say to her everything and she understands me. She always support me. She help me, she provide the things for me, make me meal, you know, make me my favorite things. It's just something huge to know when you come home, somebody is there waiting for you and genuinely care about you. You know, I know all you guys who have a family, you can relate to kind of, and for you who don't, just set up your life and make one. It's the best thing could happen to me. I was always kind of driven to have a family, but by having my own, I realized I want to have it even more than I want to have it before when I don't have one. And I know many of you might say, oh, I'm experimenting because I'm searching for the right one, this and that. And I partially agree on this because I have that problem as well. So you can't be compatible with every single person. Like me and my wife, we have many things different, but with many things we agree. And if you are not into drinking and nightlife and your partner is and is not willing to sacrifice this, I don't think so that will go, you know. And more things you have like this is just more sort of tension created and it not kind of fit. But let's say if it's just a small things, and I like to always mention this, so for my wife, it's travel is big thing, but I couldn't care less if I stay where I am. Yeah, it's nice for me to see the place, but I don't have to see it. And everything what she want, we have a conversation about. And yeah, all right, we go. Like, you want to go. It means a lot for you. I bend in this way, you know. And there is some other things which she bent for me because, let's say, I want to come home and have a meal because I'm tired from the work, from gym, whatever I was, you know. And she's willing to sacrifice in this way. But this thing, it's just building. It's just question of time. So when you find somebody who is in certain level compatible, you have to build the relationship. And this is all that hard conversation, all that hard topics you have to speak. How you vision your life, where you see yourself in 10 years. You want to progress with your career, you want to, you know, motivate yourself together, you know, and go through journey together. And so I was never that driven before, you know, and my wife as well. But once I have a kid, I realize one thing, and this is when family improved me a lot, is I don't want my wife and my daughter will see me as a loser. And I improve my job. I jump back into education. I start make YouTube videos to hopefully manage to motivate somebody to watch my journey, or as well make some small steps to advance their life. But this thing will not happen if my wife won't be fully supportive of me, of everything what I'm doing, and if she actually don't give me reason to improve. Because when I was on my own, I never have that urge to get in better shape, to look better. Like, I always kind of look good, but I never have that urge. I have to improve career. I have to spend more time at home, so therefore I have to find career which make me more money, not just work more hours, you know. And I want to have my own living. I don't want to share the house with no one, you know. I want to buy the house. I want to have a car. Like, before I couldn't care less if I get soaking wet on the bike, but I will not let that happen to my daughter, you know. And that thing just transfer into drive. So I always blame myself first, and I say, so it's not fault of economy, this and that, whatever, then I cannot get the things, it's fault of me. I have to do something so my family don't see me as a loser, and I improve. I get a car for them, I get a house for them, so that we don't have to share living room with whatever the hell we should share, because the housing situation now in Ireland, it's terrible. And I believe it's not just in Ireland, it's in most of the Western world, so hopefully people can relate on that. But is this as well thing that drive? I never even know I have this in me. Like, I'm surprised. I'm doing so much, and I'm surprised that where this just get in me. And I believe the family is a huge thing what give me drive to improve all those aspects of my life. And I get this one. There are some pretty messed up family there, and I know a few people, like, personally, my family, from materialistic perspective, they give me everything I wanted. My both parents have a university degree, they make good money, but there was never alcohol, drugs, beating, or none of that. They just kind of refused to talk and start getting in very silly conflicts, and they divorced. But wasn't any mad thing on it, you know. But and that things stick with me, and I believe what I go through was just absolutely slight version. But I know some of you grow up in very rough families, when the dad drink or drugs or whatever. Like, I know some people go through hell, you know. And I want to tell you this one: if you are from bad family, you know, get all blame, not blame yourself for this, but make kind of vow to yourself, because I come from this sort of settings, I do everything in my power to create my nuclear family, my wife and kids, absolute example. So if mine wasn't so ideal for my kids, I kind of feel I own them to make it great, you know. And if your family was great or good, like, I don't consider myself I come from bad family. Besides, my parents is divorced. I think everything was as smooth as it get. I have always expensive shoes, I have nice things, I have computer, I have bike, I have everything I could dream for. Like, what other kids have, I have as well, and maybe even tiny bit more. But I still say I want for my family even more than I have, you know? And I know it might be a bit like moving goalpost, materialistic perspective, And I don't say, and I actually not say, I never want things to flex. I don't want, even if I have all the money of the world, I don't want Lamborghini and none of that materialistic thing, you know. I just want good life. What I want is just spend more time with my family. And I believe if you come from bad family, or you as well might have some goals, try to do all the effort you have in you to as well to make your nuclear family absolute example of a thing, you know. Don't just split with your partner. If it's good and you have many things in common, sometimes it's worth to sit down and have a hard conversation about the things. Listen, I really love you, I want to be with you, how we plan this one, how we plan that one. Listen, we are in this together, you know. It's see the entire family as a one cohesive unit rather than you and me, because you and me, it will never work, you know. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I deeply wish if you decide to create family, you make the best of it. I'm a firm believer you can. Thank you so much. See you with the next one.